Hi everyone, it's Dasha, or Ectograss, and welcome to another OSRS vs RuneScape 3 video. If you didn't know yet, I sometimes stream my Old School Iron Man account's progress on Twitch, but my main account is on RuneScape 3, one that I've had for over 15 years. As a player that plays and enjoys both versions of RuneScape, I often tell people on stream how this specific place or item is different on the other version of the game. So I decided to gather a list of things or places myself and make it into a video comparing seemingly the same things but how they differ between RuneScape 3 and OSRS. I do want to mention that I won't be showing completely different and unrelated things that one game has and the other one doesn't. For example, there is no Telos in OSRS and there is no Cerberus in RS3. We will simply be comparing stuff that exists in both games but functions differently or has other content related to it. In this video, we will be going over a random mix of 5 of those things in my list, so let's go. Treasure Trails Pet. Doing clue scrolls is a lot of fun and can be really rewarding. Not only can it give you cool and valuable items, it can also fill in your collection log slots and drop a pet. Last episode, we spoke about the differences in clue scrolls and caskets in both games. This time, let's talk about the pet. Both versions of the game have a clue pet. In OSRS, the Treasure Trails pet, or the Bloodhound, was released in July 2016. The pet can only be obtained by opening master clue caskets, and it is pretty rare. The drop chance is 1 in 1,000. The RuneScape 3 Treasure Trails pet Artemis was released nearly 5 years after the old school one, in 2021. The pet looks like a magical ethereal deer and it can be obtained from any tier of clue scroll caskets. However, it isn't simply received as you open the casket. When opening one, you have a chance to find an item called the Golden Compass, which, upon interacting with, unlocks the Artemis pet. I received this pet not too long ago and honestly I like it so much better than the Bloodhound. It's very pretty and also really big. House teleport tabs. Home sweet home. But sometimes you want to go to your home away from home. In both games, it's possible to change the direction of a house tab to teleport to any of the house portals in the game. And Trollheim, for some reason. In RS3, there are 3 additional house portals in Otot, Menethos, and Anachronia, which are all areas that don't exist in OSRS. But the way you modify the house tablet is different in each game. In OSRS, and I actually didn't even know you could do this at all, you use a scroll of redirection. These scrolls can be bought from Nightmare Zone for 775 points each, and they are untradeable but valued at about 991 coins. You then use the scroll on the house tab and choose which one of the 9 locations you want to redirect it to. In RuneScape 3, you must first complete a quest called Love Story, and with 77 magic, you can then right-click or use a chisel on it and simply chip it. I think I actually like the RuneScape 3 process more. Like, yeah, sure, you need to do a couple quests and have 77 magic, but then it's unlocked forever. You don't have to go and get points and another item like in Old School. Chipped or redirected house tabs are really useful and provide you with many teleports all around the game. Implings. These small hunter creatures can be found in Puro and all over Gielinor. OSRS has 12 types of Implings, while RuneScape 3 now has 17. With the addition of the new Necromancy skill, a new Ghost Impling was added. OSRS only has 1 Impling type that differs from RuneScape 3, and that is the Lucky Impling, while RuneScape 3 has a whole 6 extra Implings. Upon catching the Lucky Impling, you get a roll on the drop table of each clue scroll. This is probably one of the most exciting Implings to catch, but it is also very rare to find. The Spirit Implings loot is resources used in the summoning skill, mainly charms and secondary ingredients. The Ghost Impling is found in the new city of or and drops items used in necromancy. The Pirate Impling can only be caught after finishing a quest released in 2008, and the drops are pirate clothing pieces and pieces of 8, the currency of the Trouble Brewing minigame. If an additional quest is completed, you can also receive a pirate hook, the offhand variant of the Agility Arena hook, Agility Arena tickets, and the stuff. The Divine Implings loot is materials and products of the divination skill like energies, portents, and porters. The zombie Impling drops bones with the extra rare 1 in 3,000 chance of dropping a monkey skull. The skull was actually released in 2004, 6 years before the zombie Impling itself. In OSRS, this skull can simply be picked up in Apatow. Easy scape, am I right? Yeah. The skull can be used to create an ancient gorilla gree that makes you look like this fellow right here. In the video, you can see the location of the monkey skull, and turns out it's not all that easy to obtain. You must have the Hard Western Province's diary completed to open this door. I also tried telegrabbing it didn't work. And finally, the Kingly Impling drops some dragon weapons, dragonstone jewelry, the royal outfit, and very rarely, an uncut onyx. While most of the drop tables for the Implings are the same in both games, Implings in RuneScape 3 don't give you clue scrolls. There is also an Impling that exists in both games, the Crystal Impling, but the loot in both games is very different. Here's the loot from the Implings compared. The item that people chase in OSRS from Crystal Implings is, of course, the Elven Signet, while in RS3 it's most likely the Crystal Acorn, or for completionist content, the Thinker Boots and Gloves. Ring of Wealth. The Ring of Wealth has always been an important item, well, at least for me back in the day. It made you feel like luck was on your side while wearing it. It is still a very useful item in both games, and here are the differences. In both games, the ring can teleport you to various locations, including the Grand Exchange and Miscellanea. Well, that's all the teleports covered for RuneScape 3 then. In Old School, it can additionally teleport you to the Falador Park and a mine in Keldagrim. RS3 has other higher tier luck rings that come with additional teleports, so the Ring of Wealth only has 2. Since the luck system has changed, the ring provides tier 2 luck that improves your chances of getting any good drops from bosses, slayer, skilling, treasure trails, and even minigames. In OSRS, however, wearing the ring increases your chances of receiving a gem or a mega rare item from the rare and gem drop tables. It also auto-collects currency when worn, like coins, Tokkul, and Numulite. When right-clicked, it can also pull up your boss log, which is pretty handy. And finally, it apparently also increases the number of feathers dropped by the evil chicken, as well as makes it likelier to receive specific items from the Shades of Morton minigame. Obelisk of Air. Last episode we spoke about the Air Altar. This time, we will talk about the Air Obelisk. The Air Obelisk is used to enchant unpowered orbs that turn them into air orbs, which then can be attached to battle staves to then create air battle staves. It is located in level 7 Wilderness in both games, and can be accessed by traveling through the Edgeville dungeon and then climbing a ladder by the Black Demons. Well, that just seems like they are all the same in both games, right? Wrong. The difference, or more like a quality of life reward, is that in RS3 you can also access it from above ground in the wilderness. After having completed the hard wilderness diary tasks, you can climb up the rocks that are south of the Air Obelisk platform instead of going through the Edgeville dungeon. This makes the process of creating air orbs extremely quick, but not that anybody in RuneScape 3 does that anyway. Well, those were the 5 things on my list for today. Let me know in the comments which version of the game you play and whether you knew about any of these differences or if some of them surprised you. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!